Hello, educators. Welcome to Analysis Thursday. I am Carla Boswell-Lewis, CEO of Strategic Educational Consultancy Services. I am a dedicated, passionate, and selfless educator on a mission to empower you, educators. Analysis Thursday is designed to help you unwind the teaching workweek based on the actionable tips given on Strategy Sunday. I have been focusing on influencing students positively, and Sunday I discussed with you building healthy productive learning environment. I invite you to watch that video. The healthy productive learning environment educator values participatory teaching and learning. Hence, students are actively involved in the process. It takes on explorative critical thinking, problems-based approach, and students are able to develop trust and rapport amongst themselves, as well as it helps you, the educator, to be intertwined within that rapport and that trusting relationship with your students. The goal, educators, is to help develop each student individually and also the class collectively. So, we looked at team building, class building, and building self-esteem. And so we're going to analyze what is it about team building. Educators, the goal of team building is to help the team to gel together, to help them to know each other better. Now, it can be done in a two-pronged approach. Team building, helping them to gel together to understand each other, and also you can use it as a content approach to bring across your content to your students. In the deliberate approach of helping them to gel together, it can be done once every 2 weeks. If you have, depending on the class size and the class time and the schedule, you can do it each week. That is up to you. It is about your context and how it is that you can manipulate your situation to help you develop these approaches to develop a healthy, productive learning environment. Now, in the content approach, it should be a deliberate attempt each day, daily, as you teach your students to incorporate this within your lesson. How can you do it as it relates to knowing each other? The purposeful part about gelling. Birth map is an activity, a map of the country, and they're able to place a sticker to say, okay, this is where I was born, and they can share that story. The good thing, educators, the good thing about this is that it can be done virtually or face to face. There's also the name game. So they use an adjective the same as their first name to describe how he or she is feeling in class today. Could be active Andrew, timid Timothy, joyful Joy. Whatever it is, they're describing that. And so as a team, if it is that a child is feeling dull Damien, the team could cheer up Damien. If it is that Andrew is feeling active, the team will now know how to tailor that activeness to fit into the class so that Andrew is learning. Yes, it could also be a picture walk in which the student takes a picture or shares his or her screen and they give a story about the picture. It could be a Pictionary in which they're describing an appropriate picture and the other members within the team are drawing and they're guessing as to what is the outcome, what is this going to be. So that is deliberate in helping them to gel together. In the content approach, educators, it could be that you're asking them to formulate some quiz questions after you have completed a topic. You have them asking these questions to another group. The group answers, they mark, they give a nice comment, a feedback. So they're using this approach, to help other groups as well in the content approach. For those of you who utilize the different online tools, there is Quizlet, in which the students, you can set up the classroom, educators. So based on the topic that you're doing, the students are playing a game as a team and they're going against other teams in the class. There are many online tools that you can research and utilize as well for the team building approach when you're doing your content. It could be a group test, yes, a group test or a group activity, because the idea is you want to see how well they can complete an activity together, how well they can work together as a group. It could be also a project It could be a group debate against other groups. The idea is content is coming out while they are gelling together. Sounds good, right? Yes. The second one is class building activities. Now, the class building activities, the idea is for them to have good rapport. So it is that, within the class, each one knows each one and they're able to share, to open up and to share their ideas willingly. You are also, educators, creating that environment in which you are normalizing mistakes. And so they feel at ease, they feel relaxed to just share. It could be that in the purposeful approach, you're asking them to share their ideas on a hot topic in the media. It could be an issue, crime and violence. It could be about the murder rate. It could be about even the vaccine that is going on now for COVID. Random things that will allow you to understand the paradigm from which each student in your class operates, and also for the other members to understand each other. Now, once again, the class building activity, while it is purposeful for them to gel together, it can also be an activity in which you're passing on valuable content to your students. So it could be an open discussion on a topic. It could be that you shared a video and you're asking them to give their feedback. You're asking them about a concept and they're discussing it. It could be that they turn to their neighbor. It could be done in pairs and they're sharing the information and then they're reporting to the class. So you're getting an idea, a feeling of how it is that as a class they're understanding the content. You could also be dividing the class into half to do a recap quiz. Whatever it is, remember the goal of it is two-pronged. Right? It's a two-prong approach. You're helping them to purposefully understand each other and you're also passing on content to your students. Yes, these are very good approaches, educators, that you can utilize, and you'll be amazed to see how your students warm up to these ideas, because the chalk and talk really is not working anymore. You have to become innovative and creative in your approach if you're going to be aligning students for success and if you're going to stamp your mark in the classroom as a reflective educator. The final tip is building self-esteem. And so it is a deliberate approach that must be facilitated each day. Amongst your students, there are going to be students who are shy. They are reserved. They don't feel comfortable just opening up and talking and sharing. And so you may have to assign them roles and rotate as well as you assign them roles. Don't let it be that you are just focusing on one student, because there are several of them that are seated before you that they need this opportunity. And so you're developing leaders for the future. You're developing students who will be able to articulate a vision, to articulate their ideas and to share it with their class members. And so each student should be allowed that opportunity. Of course, there are going to be students that are just natural leaders. Do you leave them out? No. You can assign them roles as well. But you can also focus heavily on the students who really need that extra boost to come out of their shells a little bit. All right? So also, while building self-esteem is being deliberate and helping the student, it can be intertwined with content as well. So you may ask the child to, why not you do the motivational tip this week? Why don't you go ahead and issue the test paper? Why don't you mark the register? You're being deliberate. So you're giving them an opportunity to lead. Educators, once again, take these tips and these approaches in strides. Here a little, there a little, until it becomes a habit. It is not going to be easy at first, because maybe some of you, you'd have heard this before, you'd have maybe been practicing it, and then you're getting another aha moment as to how you can do it differently. So you're taking it in strides based on your context, because you don't want to take on too much at once and you're not able to do it effectively. If it is even one, do it so well that a student will benefit from it. And so as you practice it, it becomes a habit that you don't even have to be deliberate anymore. It is just wired in your DNA of teaching. And the more you practice, the better you will get at it. These are actionable tips that you can utilize in your classroom. So If this video was beneficial to you, or if you liked what you heard, go ahead and like the video. If you feel that there is a friend or educator who could use this type of information, go ahead and share the video. And if you want to get more videos with this kind of information, and by any chance, if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. My subscribers and viewers, thank you so much each week for viewing, for giving your thumbs up, for leaving your feedback in the comment section. It's really appreciated. Continue to share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you on Sunday when we do Analysis Sunday. Strategic Educational Consultancy Services, here on a mission to empower you, educators, as you align students for success.